Hello, travellers. Welcome to the Jade Frog Tavern. Grab a drink and go warm yourself by the fire.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Jade Frog Tavern podcast.
Yeah! God, nailing it.
We're getting so good at this.
Professional now. Amazing. How are you doing?
I'm doing good because you're here. No, I'm good. I'm excited.
Yep.
We've got a yummy drink. We've got new t-shirts on. It's been a good weekend.
Excellent.
So many things.
What's your t-shirt about?
So my t-shirt
T-shirt.
is, I don't know if you can really see the little thing.
You just have to spin around.
Oh, you can see,
Show the
see
back.
my back. Oh gosh.
Show the back, back to back.
Oh,
Kind of.
not really.
Kind of.
I'll post pictures later.
Okay.
But it's I believe your friends, a little band called Archives with 3 I's and no H.
3 I's, no H. That's the one.
And we went to go see them. Oh gosh, a bit ago.
2 months ago,
2 months ago for your birthday.
Yes. Oh yeah, it was my
It
birthday.
was for your birthday.
Oh.
And they're just. Yeah, they finally got merch out of it. As soon as we went to go see them, because you were like, this is your type of music, where it's just like angry boy music.
The screaming.
Yeah.
The screaming.
The screams.
Yeah.
It cures my soul every day. I wake up and I need someone to shout at me so I can calm myself. And yeah, you were like, hey, you're going to like these guys. And we went and I was like, I love them. I need their merch now. And they're like, we don't have any yet. So, and then they posted and I was like, I'm pre-ordering that right now. I need it.
Bothering them straight away.
Like a fucking 2-year-old fangirl.
You're the only fangirl.
Like, oh my God.
T-shirt time,
Please,
thank you.
please, I need to wear it every day. And it arrived literally today, and I've been wearing it all afternoon.
Excellent.
And I'm very happy, and I love it, and I'm going to wear it to work tomorrow.
Nice.
I can't
Nice.
wait.
Yes, I have a T-shirt from my gig that I went to last week.
Yeah, it looks so cool.
Easy Star All Stars, a lovely reggae group that do covers and stuff.
Dub
This one is
Side of the Moon.
yes, Dub Side of the Moon, and yeah, Poppy got it for me. It's a beautiful T-shirt.
Yeah, she's a good
I
egg.
love it. She is. She is. I wasn't gonna get one, and she was like, "Which one do you like?" Or I didn't even do that. I was like, "I really like that one, obviously, because I love that album." And then walked off, and then she just appeared with me. There you go. Happy
Ta-da!
birthday.
Oh,
So,
what a cutie.
Yeah,
Aw.
it was lovely.
Yeah, I love fucking just band I live my pretty much my setup wardrobe is band t-shirts or pretty fairy like vintage medieval dresses. That's my 2 vibes I have. Band
It's a-
tee and jeans.
It's a good vibe.
That's it.
Mine's just hippie clothes.
Which you always
And
look
white
amazing.
t-shirts.
Yeah.
So I'm breaking the norm and wearing a black one today.
Yes, come to the dark side of t-shirts. We get all the good stuff. Yeah, I should probably I'll keep doing this and try and be like brand rep it. Yeah. Rep it. Rep my t-shirt.
And yes, well, yeah, apart from that, everything's been all good. I did gardening today, which was...
Wow.
Yeah, I know,
That's
right?
impressive.
It made me very sad and warm.
Yeah, it was too hot today.
Yeah.
What? Summer, go away. I've
I
already
know.
said this.
We
I'm
did
ready
this
for
last
autumn.
time. And yeah, and I was out the front as well, so I had
Ugh,
like
people.
each neighbour came out
Oh,
as well as I
no.
was doing it. I'm dying of heat stroke. Just being like, "How are you doing it? Are you?" It's
Don't
like,
talk to me.
Yes, I am doing it. I know it's a fucking shocker, but leave me alone. I fucking hate this. And yeah, so I was having a good time. And
Yeah,
then,
sounds
then
like it.
ice cream came, so it was all good.
What did you get?
Got the 99, which is not a 99 anymore.
No, it's
'Cause
like
it's
£2.50.
£3 for a medium 99.
£3.
Back in my day. Ooh.
3. Oh, I am 3.
Yeah, I got 2 of them. 6 whole pounds I spent on ice cream.
That just reminds me of when we was at Download. We were all dying of heat. And yeah, Liam amazingly bought us all ice cream because we were all like, I need ice cream. But then we saw it because obviously it's Download. So I'm still shocked by £3. It was, I think he paid like 20 quid for 4 ice creams.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, I was just there like, Liam, you can't do this. It's like, we all need it. It's more important that we have this ice cream because
Yeah.
the queues for the water at Download were just like, no happening. But
Not
we just,
on. But yeah, that ice cream saved me as well. I just couldn't stop like, because I'm just an unfit troglodyte.
talking about ice cream. At the weekend, we went to go visit some friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we took our guard dog for the tavern down to
Yep.
meet his friend, who's also a not a very good tavern dog, but he'd be.
He's a chill tavern.
He's a very
dog.
chill tavern dog.
Yeah.
You can get into that tavern at any time. And we took them on lots of hikes, and it was amazing and wonderful. But when we were stopping halfway through to detour on the way back at the car park, there was an ice cream van. So we got ice cream. It was cash only. Blech. Thankfully, we had enough cash.
Nice.
But they had doggy ice cream for one. And it was called Scoops. And it was Scoops doggy. It was like Greek yogurt, frozen Greek yogurt. So Flynn thoroughly enjoyed that.
I bet, yeah.
But to really upset you,
Oh,
quite
yeah.
a lot of us had mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
it's
Jake
'cause
was.
you will have brain damage, that's why. The heat was just getting to you. It's fine. It's fine. You can't be blamed for it. It's
I
just...
can't remember. But mint, it was good. I don't care what you say. It was good. It had real thick bits of
It's
chocolate
fine.
in there.
Neither of us care what each other says, so it's all good. And there's no point in the podcast anymore.
Oh, okay. Goodbye. That's the short end wave, guys. We're ending. Goodbye.
Ice cream's done it. It finally killed the fucking podcast, man.
But yeah, I can't remember what Jake had. He either had the coffee cream one or the rum and raisin. I think he was the only one who was
We're
a
all
bit different.
getting your mint ice creams, being like, Will hates this.
Right, my hands were full, so I couldn't. I was literally going to take a selfie with all of us with mint choc chip ice cream and just send it to you, but I was like, I don't have enough free hands because I had a poop bag in one hand, ice cream in the other, and I was like, I don't really want to hold the poop bag with my phone or the ice cream
Together, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't figure out how to do that.
That's
so.
okay. I'm glad you didn't. And yeah, Chris was digging at me for
Oh,
having
was
bad
he?
ice cream opinions earlier.
It's true.
Before we started talking about Buffy. So, yeah.
Oh, Buffy.
Buffy. Oh, Buffy. Strong Buffy opinions as well.
Yeah.
But there we go.
We'll keep that for another day.
So, what are we drinking?
Oh yeah, we are drinking. Okay, so today's episode,
Yes.
we're still on that D&D theme, so we're going back into the realms of Dungeons and Dragons. Dice. And we are letting you into our little private game.
Yes.
And our drink is based off something that our DM, one of the NPCs, makes.
Yeah.
And we've named it Yummy Apple Time in our D&D game.
Yep, because we have normal brains.
Yeah, because we couldn't think. He was like, oh, okay, let's name this so we can take it to all the other taverns and sell it. And we were just like, yum,
Yummy.
it's yummy. And it's got apples in it, so Yummy Apple Time.
Yep. And thus it was born.
And thus it was born, because
Yummy Apple Time.
there is a NPC called Darren.
Yep.
And
He's an elf.
He is a beautiful blonde, long-haired elf who has a sword in his house and an orchid, apparently. Is it orchids? Yeah, loads of apple trees. And he apparently just used to make a little bit of apple juice on the side. And then we convinced him, like, he needs to add that to cider.
Yeah.
And make apple cider. And now there's cider in our world of Fandolin.
That's right. Yummy Apple Time.
And that's what this is. I believe it's also got a little bit of tequila in there to make it, stronger.
Extra yummy.
Yeah.
And some cinnamon on top.
That I love.
Which makes me very sad.
I'm so sorry.
I tried to mix it in, but it's just all gooped up together.
Yeah, that's what it
Can't
does.
defeat the cinnamon.
No, just get the. There's also a decorative with a lemon slice. Look at us being so fancy. And yeah, just kind of get all the cinnamon wrapped up on the lemon, and then just avoid. Do you want a straw? Do you want me to get you a straw?
Yes.
If
Is there one there?
There's one right here, so bear with me.
Get me that
friends.
straw. I just hate cinnamon. I hate it. It's mainly from jelly beans, though.
There you go.
When you get the
Got
jelly
into
beans.
the tavern stash and got you a bright red straw.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
That's all right.
Yeah. Cinnamon jelly beans have ruined me.
I've never had that.
You know, like the jelly bean factory, the famous ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
In-
and you get all different flavors and.
I didn't know that was a. I knew it was a thing, but I didn't know it was a thing. Does that make sense?
It's a thing. It's a thing. I love them, but then you get those little bastards that look like so many of the other ones as well.
Oh,
And
so
then-
do you not know what flavour? Is it like
I-
every
yeah,
flavour Bertie Beans? Or do you pick the flavour you're going to eat?
Well, I pick all the ones that I like and
Yeah.
then leave all the ones I don't like. And then my dad, when he comes around every few
I see.
trips, he'll go into my little jelly bean bucket and help himself to some jelly beans.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Now I want to try that because I fucking love cinnamon.
You never had those jelly
No,
beans?
not that I'm aware of.
Well, your birthday's coming up.
Oh, well, you know.
I know.
Thinking about it.
That's right. And so we'll have to get you some little jelly
Right,
beans, just a little
yeah.
tube. And there'll be some of those horrible little fuckers in there, no doubt.
I really can't think. Maybe I have, and I've
You
just
probably
not
had
noticed.
the like from the 1p mix. Sort of.
Yeah.
I know I'm doing that.
The 1p mixture.
Like I'm fondling balls right now.
But it's jelly bean balls.
Yeah. Jelly bean balls.
Jelly bean balls, flipping
Yum,
them,
yum,
flopping them,
yum.
and eating
Yeah.
them in my mouth.
You probably had those ones. So.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But I like cinnamon, so
Oh yes, the drink.
the drink. Shall we cheers?
Cheers.
With your beautiful straw.
Yum yum.
Oh, that's yummy. Oh, that's divine. That on a summer's day, that
Oh.
would go down so smooth.
Oh, that's good. That's the good stuff right there. We like
I'm
that.
gonna go in for a second sip.
Going
It's too
in
good.
for
The
the
deal.
The what? What did you say?
I said kill, right?
It
I
didn't
don't
sound
think
like you
so.
said kill. I
Aw.
thought you said deal or dill.
Maybe I did. Going in for the deal. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Yeah,
No, that is lovely.
that's tasty.
That is
yeah,
yummy.
that just
It's
tastes.
apple.
Yeah,
And then it's time.
there is the time. Maybe that we called it time. There we go. Big brains. Time is secretly tequila because it's a tea.
Here we go, big brains. But
Yeah, that's real smart.
yeah,
Look at us, we're real
we're
smart.
more smarter than everyone else.
With the smart.
Take that.
All you smart people
Take
out
that.
there.
Yeah. And yeah, today we are talking about our D&D campaign.
Yeah.
So how did you get into D&D?
How did I get into D&D?
Yeah.
Well, it was it was about a year before we started playing our game.
Oh, really?
I think it was about a year. So before Jake started DMing, he DM'd for me and two of our other friends, Matt and Leonie.
Yeah.
And he basically, okay, before he started playing that,
Yeah.
he played in a game that Bob DM'd, and I believe they were doing, at the time I found out about it, was Curse of Strahd. They were
Yes.
doing that book. So I said to them, like a little weirdo that I am, they were all having a night out, like night of celebrate, because they normally did it online,
Yeah.
but they all got together and played in person, and I was just like, can I watch?
Can I watch you?
Can I watch you roll some dice, please? Because I'd never heard of it
Yeah.
really before. Well, I had heard of it because my mom and her brothers used to play. But I was obviously, that's when they were kids. So I was always like, what's this D&D thing?
Sure.
But never had friends growing up and didn't really know anyone to play. I
Never
just
had
played...
friends growing up.
Just no friends at
It's all
all.
coming out now.
God, let's go real back and go deep. Should we do is this therapy this episode? No,
May as well be.
I had no friends that played those sort
Sure.
of things. I just played video games
Yeah.
instead. So he said that they play it, and I was like, cool, can I watch? They let me watch, and I sat in the corner.
Oh.
Poor Jake had to deal with me asking like 700 questions where he's just trying to enjoy time with his... Yeah, and then it was no girls allowed after that, which I understand.
Was it actually? Oh, snap.
I can see how annoying I am when I'm constantly. They're trying to play their game, and I'm
Yeah.
just being like, "So why are you doing that? What does that mean? What is it?" Yeah, it's fine. I'm still like that now. Whenever we're doing anything, I'm like, "So why are we doing it like this? Why are we doing this? I need to understand everything."
Yeah.
So it's fine. So they did that, and then afterwards, I kept just pestering Jake. Like, so every time he would go play online, I'd constantly be like, oh, so what happened? Tell me why this happened. What did you roll? How did you do this? Why did you do it like this? How did you roll? And he was just like, look, okay, I love your enthusiasm. So I'm going to start a game.
Sure.
And I want to learn to be a DM anyway. So he then started one with Matt and Leonie, and I played a druid in that, which Ryan, who does our amazing little picture of us, he drew me for my birthday that year. The picture
yes.
of my
I've seen
my
that,
druid for that's we've got hung up on the wall still. And because I just obsessed, I wrote when I love something, I obsess over something. Dragon Age. And I just wrote her like a full-on backstory.
Nice.
And started playing that way and had some crazy stupid events that happened in that game. We played that for a year-ish, and then I think Matt and Leonie couldn't play as often because I think Leonie got like a bigger job and all this jazz, and as classic D&D things happen.
Sure.
And then Jake was like, cool, I'm going to start again, but I'm going to do the book. And that's when he invited both you and Liam to play.
Yes, that's right. And we did a bit with... Didn't we do a bit with Paige and Leonie as well?
Yes, so I think they started just the three of us.
Yeah.
And then we invited our friend Paige my best friend Paige to join, because she's played D&D before, but who she played with before mainly just did combat. They didn't really RP, and we're mainly like role players more than we love our combat, but we mainly RP over combat most of the time.
Yeah.
So we're like, come play with us, and she tried for a long time, but then she fucking moved away, didn't she? And then Eloy only joined us again for a little bit, but we just didn't play on days where she could get the time off work and all that jazz.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's my first experience of D&D as well. Was when playing with you guys, when you guys invited me when I was all sad in the house because of my illness, and I was like, oh no, I can't leave the house and I don't want to.
We were like, okay, we're going to get you out this house.
Come play the magical D&D game.
We have food and alcohol.
And snacks. And things. And I was like, oh, go on then. Because, I mean, I'd seen people playing it here and there, and obviously Stranger Things with it being in that. So I'd heard of it, and I was like, oh, go on then. And
give it a good try. Because we were always like, Will's going to be an amazing podcast. Like, he's so funny. He's going to be a best thing ever. I do quite vividly remember going through the book with you when you was looking at races, and you were instantly like, oh, Dragonborn's quite cool.
Oh, the tiefling.
And then the tiefling. Well, I think you looked at Dragonborn first, and then we flicked through and you were like, oh, nah, tieflings sold.
They look like little devils.
Yeah.
So I was like,
a cheeky little devil.
So yeah, I started playing and never looked back. And now we're part of a few campaigns.
Yeah, we are. We're in multiple campaigns.
And you're DMing one as
well. I DM now. Woo, look how times have changed.
I
Obsession just gets to a different obsession.
I loosely remember doing that one shot that you DM'd as well. But
the fucking mental creepy circus. It's a custom one you can get off the DM guild, so I didn't like make it or anything. But yeah, that was mental.
That was mental. It was difficult, and I just was so drunk.
Everyone was so drunk. I think we got way too drunk to play the one shot that was meant to be quite difficult.
I don't remember it, and I ruined a lot of things in that night. I think
killed Jake.
I killed Jake. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a bit where there was just it was a dark room, and there was an old woman with a lantern. And so she was safe. Essentially, if you went into the darkness, there was loads of spiders that would just eat you up. And you were just like, I'm going to kill that old woman.
So I was like some barbarian sword person, wasn't I?
Yeah, he was a barbarian.
And I was like, just kill everything.
And because you took her out, you all had to make decks and saves to get out of the room in time before you got grabbed by the spiders.
Yeah.
And Jake failed his twice. I gave him like 2 or 3 chances because he kept rolling so low. And then I gave someone a chance to try and reach for him, and they failed. And so you all just got to slowly hear him scream as he got pulled apart by lots and lots of spiders.
Well, you should have been more dexterous. It's not my fault.
What was he playing? I can't remember what he was playing.
Remember.
I remember Liam was a bard.
Yeah.
Because he was like an emo bard who only sung sad poetry, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he had like a magic eyeliner. I can't remember what it did. I made up some magic eyeliner for him.
No, that was great.
That was a laugh. Just silly fun.
Are we tonight going to be talking about... Well, I've only picked from the campaign that Jake DMs. Okay. So tonight we're talking about some of our favourite moments from the campaign that Jake did, and my first campaign, and still does.
It started off with him doing the book. That's where we started it with the book. The first what's it called? Realms of Fandelver or something like that. Nope, that's incorrect. It is behind you, but I can't read that far. Good luck. It's far left, but it's in Phandalin. It's the bog standard D&D 5e first starter story that I think most people have played. I feel like because it's recommended as the base levels 1 to 5.
Yeah.
And Jake, so he did that, but then he added his own NPCs, changed it all up as most DMs do.
That's right.
So we'll probably bring up characters that but he probably might have played them different. He might have acted them out different. We definitely ruined some things for him.
Well, that's just the way it goes, isn't it? That's fucking way she goes.
Because we started it off with chaos. The first thing where you get given a task. It literally starts the book off of you'd all 3 have been hired to escort these dwarves to Phandalin, and you get attacked by goblins. Classic start D&D session, and we fucked it straight away. I died.
Yeah.
Because you just so yeah.
I couldn't kill a wolf or something, wasn't
No,
it?
that was later.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
not in that first bit. So in the
Okay.
first bit, you're in the little cart thing with your horses and the dwarves are like goblins, and we're meant to like protect them because that's
Did
what
you
we're
die
paid
on
to
that
do.
first fight?
Yeah.
Oh,
So what had happened
can't
was
remember.
I jumped off, started running at the goblins because I was just like, yeah, I've got this. I've got a shield. I'll be fine. Run at these archers. And I try and just get to them, but I can't reach them. And they all just pelt arrows at me, take me down. You see that happen, and you hide under the cart.
No, did I? I don't remember this at all. I do not remember.
And then Liam, being the barbarian that he is, just grabs and throws things at him and eventually kills them while you hide under the cart, and I'm dead. That was episode 1.
Fair. Well, this is the thing. Like, I didn't start taking notes. I say properly because it's not still properly into my own capacity until quite late in the campaign.
Yeah.
So everything early on is just capitals of fuck this guy.
Angry!
Yeah. But,
Anyway, I have jumped in too excitedly when doing that. We
no,
should at
no,
least
No. Oh yes, our characters.
say who our characters are, what they did, and all that jazz.
Sure. I'll go first.
Go.
I'm going first.
Okay.
You.
Sorry.
Yes. So I am playing a bard, a tiefling bard.
Great.
Yes.
I love him.
He's called Mordecai. Mordecai the Wiggly.
The wiggle, wiggle,
That's
wiggle.
right, because he wiggles. And yeah, I love him. I absolutely love him.
Give us a visual description so they can picture him in his mind.
Oh, I don't know. He's hot pink.
Yeah.
He's
and
hot
he's
pink.
got-
I wanted to have like little, kind of like Malfurion from World of
Yes.
Warcraft. Those kind of horns.
Big,
I wanted
wide,
those like moose
Antlery
horns.
Moose horns, that's it. Not antlers.
Not quite moose horns actually, because they're really thick. But yeah, big enough.
Big enough that they are unusual.
Yeah, and he's got a big old coat and waistcoat and just looks
Dapper,
dapper,
colourful
yes.
and dapper and covered in jewellery.
That's right, all across his horns and whatnot.
Can't stealth,
And
but
then-
you can stealth.
I
But
can
You'd
stealth.
think with all the jewellery you hit, you just go jingle, 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 jingle.
Yeah. What is his college?
He's a law bard.
That's right. Yeah. See, I don't. I'm really bad at this. I don't know anything
They're not
about him.
important. You have a character whose personality does everything.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
All I know is he can do my favorite thing, which is persuade anyone to do pretty much anything.
And he has persuaded people to do everything.
Exactly. So yeah, that's
great.
my guy, old Mordecai.
I play Talis Luzula,
Yes.
a gnome, a rock gnome cleric from a little mountain. And she is a cleric of Stramanus.
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 Praise Stramanus.
He is a cloud giant deity.
Mhm.
And I wanted to play a happy-go-lucky character who has so much optimism in the world,
You
and
do.
she does. No
Yeah.
one's bad in her eyes.
Yeah.
And because for extra juxtaposition, she follows a deity who's a giant, and she's
Yeah.
a gnome. And I rolled her height. She is 2 foot, I think 4, 2'4", and I just thought it'd be amazing to do a cleric who worships big, strong, hunky giants who all stand for happiness and like celebration
Yeah.
and lightning. Because who doesn't love a bit of thunder and lightning?
Oh, of course. Yeah. And she does bring the thunder. But yeah, she's very happy. We've tainted her a little bit over time.
Yeah, well, that's gonna happen.
Bit of character progression.
she allows you to do some chaos.
Yeah. How did you come up with the name Talis? Lazul.
I don't know how I came up with the name Talis, to be fair. Lazul is because lazurites are some of my favourite crystals,
Sure.
and she's based off the whole mountain and tunnel is based off family trees who are different gemstones. So she's
Yeah.
from the Lazul family.
Gotcha.
And so that's why everything she has is blue, and she's got blue eyes. So then I'm not going to go deep dive into that, but there's all the different families have different surnames related to which gemstone they mine in the mountainside. And then there's the king there who has all the gemstones in his crown.
I love the king.
The
We
king.
went and met him.
You did
It
meet
was
him
great.
recently.
I love that place.
But Talis, I have no idea how I came up with
Okay,
Talis.
fair.
I can't not remember. I love making up the character names
Yeah.
though.
I just stole mine from Regular Show, that cartoon,
Yes!
because I love the name Mordecai.
Mordecai is also great. I feel like Mordecai's been used for quite a few like devious characters.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But Mordecai the Wiggly just has
He's a wiggly one.
he's a wiggly boy.
Mm.
He wiggles left, wiggles right, wiggles all the time.
I am the Wiggles. I'm the Wiggles. And we got our dice out in front of us as well.
I have some of my dice.
You have
out.
some of your dice. I have all of my dice that I don't even use because I hate them.
Yeah, so we've recently moved on. Well, our character sheets. You've moved on to D&D Beyond for your dice rolling,
Yes.
which I can't. Classic dice goblin. I have a dice per character, and then also I've been gifted dice because people know I just like shiny rocks. Anyway,
Sure.
But yeah, Talis's dice are not here. She's there in her tub over
Special tub.
there. Her special.
Special
Oh
Talis
yeah,
tub.
I can do a shout out that for my birth. Was it birthday or Christmas? Oh fuck, sorry. But Chris made me my own custom dice box, which is made out of wood, and it's got my initials on it, and I love it because it does roll pretty good. Has rolled some nights where it's just got fucking garbage and I can't
Naturally.
hit. But sometimes when it rolls good, it rolls good.
It rolls good.
It rolls good.
Yes, well, you have a lovely selection. I
Thank
have
you.
pink and
We
rainbow.
have a theme. I do like that. We definitely have a color theme. Like mine are like black, greens, and blues.
Yeah.
And yours are hot pink and red.
Yeah. Well,
And-
and rainbow.
They are
I have all
fully
the
rainbow.
colours.
True, that is true. I do love the glary ones. But yeah,
Yeah, they piss me off.
because
I'm way too competitive
Yeah, that's
for
fair.
D&D, and even something like rolling a dice, which is just
RNG.
yeah. I still get really fucking annoyed when it goes badly.
Yeah.
And
I even have more dice behind us too.
we've just got dice coming out of everywhere.
I just love dice. Oh, before we do, we need to talk about Glenn because I'm going to be talking about Liam's character.
Yes, of course, we should do that.
So we'll introduce him for him. Could you imagine? Pop surprise, Liam's here.
Liam's character,
Liam-
Glenn Goyne
Ironside.
That's right. The barbarian.
He is
Dwarf.
barbarian with a long ass ginger beard, as a classic dwarf should.
Yep.
Always got his tit out.
That's right.
Um,
He's as naked as he possibly can
be, except for his big shiny boots.
He's got a loincloth on as well.
He does have a loincloth.
Yeah.
He is technically wearing a breastplate. He was for a bit of the game because we found him a nice breastplate.
Oh, yeah.
But I think he mainly is just in his loincloth and big metal boots.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't be Glenn without his big boots.
The big boots, that's right.
And yeah, he's a wild path barbarian.
Yes,
So when he rages,
changed, yeah.
he didn't start off as that. He started off as, was it a total barbarian? I can't remember. Berserker barbarian, that
Something.
sounds more like when he got angry, he just got real angry.
Yeah.
But then we had a trip to the Feywilds midway through the game, and
Yep.
he met with this apparently wonderful lady. But Talis has a grudge against her. So this hag, and she taught him some magic.
Yeah.
Which Talis wasn't happy about, and now he's a wild sorcerer barbarian, and so shit just keeps happening to him randomly.
Yeah, when he rages,
And-
he has to roll a dice and something will
Something
happen.
happens, and it's terrifying.
It's great.
Absolute terrifying. There's just times where he can just explode.
Well, he did it the first time. He blasted me into a river or something, didn't he?
Yes.
To test it out.
Yeah, to see what happens, he just got angry and then was like, "Let's see what happens," and we were like, "Fuck!" and
Yeah.
threw us away. But the majority of the time, he seems to summon a flump,
The little flump. that's
which
like
looks like a mini version
him.
of him with a mini hammer,
Yeah.
and it
Oh,
flies and explodes.
We were so sad in Baldur's Gate when he got the flump, and it was just like
a little
jellyfish.
like jellyfish. He was like, "Oh, that's not a mini Glenn."
That's not what I look like at all. So yeah, that is Glenn. He's a glorious barbarian who's done many.
He's a very
many.
grumpy. He's a classic dwarf. Grumpy, likes to drink.
No
and
nonsense.
No nonsense.
I've had some nonsense.
Yeah,
with him, but
when
we'll
I'm
come
not
to that.
around.
Yeah.
And he is also a blacksmith.
Yes, he loves that forging. He's all about the forging.
We've told him many lies about his weapons.
It's true.
Sorry, I'm alluring to so many events.
So would you like to go first?
Oh goodness! Where are we going first?
Well, we're doing our first favourite moment from
Okay, I'm gonna
D&D, our Dungeons and Dragons campaign.
start in a progression of like early on.
Sure.
So it's gonna be Glenn. Something Glenn did early on. So, it's when we were still, I believe, in the book for the Lost Mines of Fandelver. Boom! That's what the book's called. I remember that.
It's happened.
It's happened. My brain, it worked. First time in 10,000 years. Yeah, we're still in the book, and I can't remember why, but for some unknown reason, we were heading up to this tower, which
Oh God.
right.
I know exactly where you're going with this.
And I believe
Yes.
it had just a farm in front of it. I
Yeah.
don't remember why, but we started walking across it, and skeletons started rising up, and we were like, right, okay, this is dodge as fuck. So we started attacking, and I was like, I'm a cleric, I can do this. Did the turn undead thing, all happy and glory, and then I believe one of us, I don't remember who, did a wisdom check, saw that there was someone in a robe up in the top of the tower, and we were just like, well, that's clearly they're a necromancer, and they're evil.
Get him.
Kill him!
Yeah.
And we chased him up. Obviously Glenn being Glenn is faster than all of us, and he knows what he's doing. He ran up, jumped on, we were all wailing on him, and I can't remember how, but I don't know if he threw or he fell. I can't remember what happened, but it made
The wizard guy
wizard.
gets away out the window.
Yeah, I can't
somehow.
remember, he jumps out
Or
to
he
free
teleports
himself.
out or something.
So he lands on the ground, and Liam has this cheeky look in his eye, looks at Jake, and is just going, "Gonna jump, and I'm gonna try and land on him."
Yeah.
And Jake's like, "You gotta roll some good athletics to get on him." And he does.
Yeah.
I can't remember what he rolled.
He
but
nailed it, though.
Yeah. So he just jumps down after him with his axe and just smashes him and completely destroys him.
Obliterates him, yeah.
And
It was incredible.
It was just an amazing, magical first, very early on, really sticks in my
Proper
mind.
like,
We're so good. Realizing we're probably the bad guys. I think that's when very early on, because I think we all had the "Are we the bad
Are
guys"
we the
moment.
baddies? Yeah.
Are we the baddies in this? Because we just went into a house, killed who lived here and all their skeletons.
Well, he made
we don't
skeletons.
But we don't know if they were. He did it. We never investigated further. We just went, killed this guy, took his stuff,
Yeah.
and then just left. We don't even know why we went there.
No.
We just kind of walked
I
by
took
it.
his robes as well.
Yeah, you did take his robes.
Bloody robes.
And you wore them for a very long
I
time.
did.
So, obviously, because that place still exists, we can't ask Jake, like, who is he? Was he important?
Yeah.
All I know is he was going to give us a quest. That's all
I
he's
feel like
alluded.
we investigated as much as we could. I mean, then we just like, let's go. We
We
failed. Go back.
Let's just go do something else. And yeah, that just sticks in my mind as one of my favourite pivotal moments of, oh shit,
It was, yeah.
we can do anything. We can be bad. We can be good. Things have consequences. We now don't know who this guy is, if he was important. Nothing.
It was amazing, absolutely amazing. The way it just, because it worked, he pulled it off, and it was so funny. It was so funny, and
Because we were both just stood at the top of the tower, like,
just watched him jump out this window.
and just smashed this guy to smither. Just hit him after hit him because he could rage and he could just keep action to hit him, and we're just like, well, he's definitely dead.
He smashed the living piss out of
Yeah.
him, and it was amazing. It
Couldn't
was
speak
amazing.
with dead to talk to him because he'd smashed his face in.
There's nothing left.
I've got nothing left.
Again, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that's my number one highlight.
Awesome. Yeah, that was
Of
in
a
one of
recent-
my honourable mentions.
Ah, fuck, sorry.
So, no. It's fine. Now it's covered. It's covered. It was an incredible moment.
It just made me so happy, man.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. This game is so good. So my first one is when we travel to the Fae to go and be with the centaurs.
I love the centaurs.
And we met some people. We met Harik, I believe, who was one of the kind of higher up centaurs, but not the boss. The boss was this guy called Gargash, I believe.
Gargash.
Yeah, and he'd just taken a gem or been given a gem by someone
it.
and got completely mind fucked by this gem. So,
Corruption.
yeah. Harik wanted us to help him, and there was the giant all like strewn up, and he was a prisoner, and we wanted to help him as well because you love giants. We're like, we need to sort this all out.
We need to fix it.
And eventually, yeah, in this centaur camp, there was the Ring of Honor.
Yes, Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor.
And we were obsessed with the Ring of Honor. Absolutely obsessed.
Don't know why.
Every time we
amazing.
had like a little tiny sort of like spat, it's like, fuck you, Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor. Now, and
Bring
it
it on.
transgraded into real life too, just constantly just being like, Ring of Honor. You don't like mint ice cream? Ring of Honor.
Yeah, exactly. We would just bring it up all the time. It was great. So yeah, the whole set of events that happened while we were in the little final phases of getting that gem.
Yes.
If my notes are anything to be, what?
I'm just remembering how shit I rolled for some of that stuff.
my
Fuck.
my notes are anything to go off. You went to go get the gem out the tent.
You made me invisible, right?
I made you invisible.
Because I'm a cleric with heavy armor, so my stealth is
Yeah. Okay, so
Sorry.
we get Harik to fight Gargash in the Ring of Honor for
Ring of Honor.
leadership over the Centaur people.
Because we heard on the grapevine that everyone preferred Harik anyway.
Yeah, and that's how you do things in Centaur Land. So it's like, that's a nice distraction for us to go and get this gem. So yeah, make you invisible. I forgot about that. But it says, yeah, you were going to go and get it. And
I don't know why it was me. I'm like the
Well, it's
worst.
because me and Liam were hanging back by the ring to try and make sure we could contain shit if stuff
That's
goes down.
true. You have more
And
better
sure enough,
control.
like, Harik is getting absolutely beaten to piss by Gargash because he is insane and just bigger and stronger in general.
And magic.
And yeah, eventually you get hold of this gem, and Gargash kind of senses it somehow because he's linked to it mentally.
Oh, gosh.
And he starts just fucking booking it over to you. And like, Liam can't do shit. And I'm just like, oh fuck, here we go. So I dimension door like in between you and the big main guy, and I tried to do so many of my little weird spells
like
to
hypnotic
stop
pattern
him.
and mind control.
Well,
shit.
no, that was it. It was hypnotic pattern was the one that finally got him.
Right.
Because I did all my other little ones, and that was my last spell and opportunity because he goes so fast. He was just about to
He's a
get
horse.
to you.
He's a mad
Yeah,
horse.
he was just about to fuck you up. It was
there
the
holding like a
last
gem, like,
spell that I could do, and it just hit, and it managed to go off. And yeah, the build up, the tension of it all, like, it was so amazing. It was
I'm
such
sweating now of the fear that I genuinely had
was
of just
so
just
good.
me in open air, like with a gem, like don't hurt
with this
me.
massive centaur rushing you down, and it was
My
it's just
2-foot
incredible.
gnome.
And
I don't even come up to his
that's
knees.
right. And yeah, I just managed to get that spell off, and it felt so good to do it. I was just like, yes, we fucking did it. And then we tie him up and then save the day, and everything is resolved, and it was great. But just that whole moment of dimension dooring over, just like the clock is ticking, it's
We
happening.
gotta do this
Oh,
now.
it was so intense, but it was just unbelievable how much fun it was, that particular
Yeah.
moment. And yeah, that definitely one of my top 3 without a doubt, because it was just so
Felt so
it felt
good.
so good. It felt so good. Yeah, all of my moments have dimension doors going in it, I realised. But there we go. That's just how it is. So yeah, that's my first moment at least.
I'll go next with a favourite moment, and it's one I've did.
Cool.
Not someone else.
All of mine are ones that I've did. So.
Well, you know, I'm a support backliner. I don't do anything good.
You do loads of things good. Nonsense.
One thing that we did fairly recently, because obviously that first thing that I said I loved was obviously 5 years ago. We were like level 3. So now we're level 11 and we're a bit more powerful.
Yeah.
And we recently, when we was in my home mountain, my home mountain was being attacked by...
I think I know which one you're doing. Yeah.
We were being attacked by some weird ass, more goblin types, but they were like
hybrids with little.
they're hybrids infected by the gemstones that are inside the mountain itself. So like kind of like Underdark type goblins that'd been fucked up, and they were mental and OP as shit.
Is your hometown in the books, or did Jake
No,
do all
Jake
this?
made all of it up with me.
Shout out to Jake, because he did your one, he did my one as well.
Yeah.
Amazing. So yeah.
Yeah, he said we were very good at giving him like base ideas. See, he loved your base ideas for your scene.
I drunkenly just sent him a message of just madness. But he absolutely killed it.
But that's the thing, it works because they're loose. They're very specific ideas, but they're loose enough that he can do anything
Build
with.
off it,
Because
yeah.
I literally said I want to live in a mountain that has gemstones in, but I want it to be a really techie, sci-fi place, but still being medieval fantasy.
Yeah.
And he did it. He made like
Oh, he nailed it.
Everything's powered by gemstone magic and like
That's
mana
it.
crystals. Essentially, that's what I wanted. And there's trams, there's trains, there's elevators. It's great. But so when they're digging to get all the mines and more crystals, there's these underdark goblins that have been infused, and they they dug close enough to find an entrance where they've built a fort, and they'd kidnapped the princess. So we were sent in to, obviously there's a moment here that you're fucking amazing in, but I'm doing my moment.
Well, don't touch on that too much,
I won't
because
touch
that
at
might
all.
be my second.
I won't touch about it at all.
Good, because your moment is amazing enough, if that's the one I think it is. So,
Yeah. So we're outside the fort. We do loads of different things. We sacrifice some people. It's fine. We'll just pass over that. But
Yeah, we did.
But so it's basically, to get to this place, there's 2 bridges with just chasms either side, but these bridges are just stone paths. There is no health and safety wall, there's nothing. So it's just 2 chasms, 2 bridges, and then the fort, and then we're on the other side.
Like your Lord of the Rings Bridge of Khazad-dûm sort of style.
But 2 of those.
Yeah.
So picture that with the fort, and we thought it'd be really smart. I had a shit ton of fireworks because my gnome brother loves crazy fireworks and explosives. So I was like, cool. I'll get all of their attention so they know we're here, because I believe on the other side you and Glenn stayed hidden.
Yeah.
Right near the door. So I will be bait, and I will make loads of fireworks go off so they all come running at me, and they're like, oh no, they're attacking. And I had some of the NPCs with me to protect me, so I wasn't all by myself, because that would have been scary as shit. And the main plan was, I am a Tempest Cleric, so I can do like Thunder Wave and Shatter, and I can't remember what the actual spell is called now. Oh no, why would you do this to me? Well,
I thought it was one of those 2.
I think it would have been one of those 2.
I thought it was Shatter, but there we go.
Probably. No, while I'm telling, I'll think.
Okay.
So, because I can just go into my spell book.
Cool.
So while I do some fireworks, blow some stuff up, make some smoke, and it's all fantastic. And all these goblins are like, oh, she's here, we're going to move. Because that's how goblins sound, obviously. And they all come running out at us, and they're all on the bridge, and I'm lining them all up, waiting, and it's just like, wait, hold, while I get these spells. I think it is, because I don't do Call Lightning, do I? So I must just
I thought it was Shatter.
Yeah, it's Shatter. It would be Shatter.
Yeah.
Shatter. So I do my classic. As soon as they get halfway on I wait. No, I don't even do that. I lay in the middle, don't I? Do I lay in the middle? I do in the middle. Oh no, my brain is going too excited now. So yeah, they all come running at me, and I do.
I thought it was Shatter.
I do. Let's go with Shatter.
Okay.
And I do my Channel Divinity, which makes any thunder do max damage. So I don't have to roll dice. It just does the max. And that bridge. It was a lucky roll. I had Jake made me roll a D100.
Yeah.
And I didn't roll good. So the bridge started to fall.
Yeah. You absolutely exploded the bridge. You just crumbled it completely.
Yeah. And so I had to make some saves. I believe Glenn did save me.
He yoinked
He yoinked me up because I was going to fall to the chasm.
That's
but
right.
I killed all those goblins, man.
Them
Everyone on, pretty much only a couple saved. And it was just...
Oh, it was beautiful. It was so hype. It was just perfect.
It was so much stress. So much. We don't plan. Normally in combats, we do not plan. We just kind of go in, like, we'll just go and attack them and just see what happens.
Yeah.
And this one was the only one that for a while, we've
I
gone,
think
right, we
that
need
one
to
and
plan this.
Arthgrim we planned the most.
Yeah,
probably.
Arthgrim we planned, because it was a whole city raid. We kind of had to plan for a city raid.
But yeah, didn't you do like a wind spell afterwards and blow them off?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm forgetting all about that. Yeah. So when we rush up and they're all trying to like run to safety as the bridge is like slowly crumbling, and I just do Gust of Wind at very like 5th level, and that's 60 miles per hour speed, and only the giant goblins could like ogres, sorry, not giant goblins, that's not a thing. Ogres can run through it, but the rest of them were just boom, 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 boom. And then because I can move it on my turn as long as they don't come near me, as they were like slowly running, I just kind of...
Oh, it was amazing.
Oh, that was so stressful. I nearly died so many times.
It was god tier. That whole experience in your hometown was just incredible. And then I think I'd turn into like an owl or an eagle or something and flew us out of there.
Yeah, because we'd broken the bridge. Yeah, because I was saved on the wrong side, so I actually couldn't...
We had to bail. The reason we were there was to investigate to see whether the king's daughter...
Actually, Princess was there.
Princess Karina?
Karina?
Something like that.
Yeah, it's Karina.
Cyrena?
Fuck her.
Who knows?
She's a princess,
We
I'm
had
not.
to find out where she was, and then we just kind of didn't fuck it, but you wiped out so many of them, so it was like so
let's just carry on.
We bailed and then we came back.
And then that's when we smooth over to your
moment.
moment.
Which leads nicely into my second favorite moment, which was we go back, tell them what's going down, and oh no, I think we did that at the same time, because we went back to kill him later on, and then we got exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah. So while you were doing that, all that mischievous stuff on the bridge, I polymorphed into a spider to go and see if I could go find the missing daughter of the Shard Keeper. And skitter around. No one can see me because they're too busy sorting you out. And
Spiders are just normal around there anyway. So.
Exactly. And before we'd even gone, we bought those fireworks.
Yep.
And I bought something called Pella's Mite.
Yes, which I think is an actual item.
Well, it might be. I have no clue, but this thing was basically just an insane like firework sort of bomb.
Yes.
So I had that on.
Sorry, I'm sticky. The mimics are back. The mimics are back.
And so I finally find the little lair where the chief hobgoblin or whatever.
Yeah, I think it was a hobgoblin.
He's a big boy. He's got a little pet horrible dog thing.
That was sad.
It was an evil dog thing. It's fine.
I don't get that he was evil. I bet I could have turned him into a good boy.
Probably. And then the daughter is also there in the corner. Chained up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, right, I'll tell you what I want to do, Jake, is basically I want to throw the Pella's Mite to explode it, get over to the girl, and then Dimension Door us both out. Because I love Dimension Door.
It's the best.
And so he was like, right, you're going to have to roll for the timer on the Pella's Mite to see how much time you have to get her. Roll to make her, like... trust
want to
you.
Go. Yeah, because you're just going to appear out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, just like, So
and you're you, visually just seeing a hot pink tiefling covered in like bejewels and armor is going to be like, ah!
Very distressing. So so I'm like, okay, cool. I think I rolled just about okay on the Pella's Mite, just about enough. And
yeah,
then,
it exploded as you doored.
Yeah, I got singed a bit, but... Yeah, convinced her because I have all the persuasion, and then just
who wouldn't come with you?
Who
wouldn't be saved by Mordecai the Wiggly?
So we bamf out. I grab her because you can take someone with you with any dimension door, and we bamf out, and then a massive explosion, and that felt amazing as well.
But then the best bit after that is you appear and you see us all like, ah!
The bridge is down.
We're just like, help! But as you come over to, because you give her to the NPCs because you see that they're dying to tell them to escape, and that's when you then owl to us to save us. But before we leave, the big monster guy, the main bad guy, he comes to the wall, doesn't he? And you can see that he's alive, but his whole
he's singed to shit.
His whole face is like half removed, and he's like,
we fucked him up. I did like half of his health damage.
Get you!
And we go back and we fight him, but obviously they're ready for us, and they blew up the doors right in our faces.
We fell into a big old trap.
We did, but then we
don't prepare.
Yeah, we prepared for the first bit, but not the second bit. But we killed him. It was fine. It was great. Absolutely incredible. And like your brother had built you a little it was the kind of like house robot.
Yeah,
he
so
made
we
him
have
into like a little Iron Man kind of thing. Yeah.
So that was so essentially in our home city, robots are a thing.
Yeah.
And everybody has a house robot. But we have like a really old chunky one because we don't want the new modern ones. And my brother and dad, to protect me, had given me a necklace, which they told you guys, not me, because they knew I wouldn't press it. Yeah. So whenever I'm in emergency, to press it, and I was basically out and down for the count.
Yeah, you were dead. You refused to press it.
I wouldn't press it because I don't want to.
Was that against the worm that we called him in?
Yeah, so essentially as you flew, you saved the girl, you flew over to us, and then Jake was just like, the floor is shuddering, and a massive, those worms with like 10,000 teeth and big, that appeared in between us, and we were like, well, we can't fight this, right? Talus is, because it just came under me and I think just KO'd me. So Glenn's holding on to me, you come over.
I giant aped, and I was like trying to rip it apart.
And
I think Glenn was inside it at one point as
Probably.
well. It was
so many
insane.
things.
It was so good. It was so good.
But we're like, we can't fight this right now. We're all about to die. So
Glenn hits your necklace.
Hits my necklace, and the robot comes, and he's basically like an old shitty Iron Man.
Yeah.
Well, he's not old and shitty. He's amazing, but he looks old and shitty and run down.
He'd been souped up, and he came and helped us, and it was amazing.
And saved us. And then we got back, and then my dad was obviously doing the classic of like, you can't be doing this. You're gonna die like your mother did, and all of that fun stuff. You're like, I'm sorry.
And we got paid big monies, and I went and bought that robot.
You bought your own robot now from my little city.
That's right.
Called.
Unfortunately, named something, but we'll get onto that in a sec. Which now leads us on to the big sad moment.
I feel like we've got the same sad moment, because I only have one major sad moment.
Well, I know what yours is, but mine might be... I think mine is different. So.
Oh, okay. Because mine's the saddest of the sad that ever did sad.
We haven't had many big sad moments,
We've
to
been
be
very
fair.
lucky.
Yeah.
I don't think Jake wants to make us sad. I think we just want to tell a nice uplifting story of us being chaos.
We're just kings and queens of all,
If only.
if only. So yes, why don't you kick us off with your big sad?
I don't want to talk about it.
Talk about it. Relive the moment.
Oh, the worst moment ever lived in history. So if you've ever done the storybook, there is a bit where you have to go. There's Sildar and all that
Sildar,
jazz.
yes.
You have to go possibly save Sildar, and there's loads of goblins, and it's an underground cave. And then when you go through that, you then find this other monster, where you massively do some convincing for Sildar for crossing bridges.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get to that, there's this big old. I can't remember what this monster is, but there's this monster, and they've got.
Was this Billy Bob or was
That was
it?
Billy Bob.
That was Billy Bob.
That was Billy Bob. I'm not going to talk about that. That's fine. Everyone knows it. People who've played it will know who that monster is, and it's fine.
The one-eyed
But
guy.
he's
Yeah.
the one-eyed guy, yeah. And then in there's one trapped little goblin.
Yeah.
And you can decide to just leave him there with the bad guy if you don't kill him, or you kill him. I don't know what you do you. And we decided, Talus being Talus, me being me, was like, there's a guy who's been trapped and kidnapped. We must save him. I don't care that he's a goblin.
Poor little dude.
I know. He looks sad. He's being nice. We're talking. He can speak very basic common. And he's
Aw.
cute and I'm sad and I'm going to love him. So convince you all to help me save him.
Yep.
We save him. We then leave and we go camp somewhere. I can't remember what we're doing, what the next mission is.
The mission is to infiltrate some sort of goblin hideout and get a bugbear. I believe
Yeah.
we've got to go defeat a bugbear of some
So
description.
we have to go defeat a bugbear first because that's off in the grasslands first. Because we take him because before the big sad happens, we get to know Droop. So I guess you can go where this is going, but so we get to know Droop and we love him. And he does some savage. We go somewhere into a grassland and a little cave and we fight some other ogres or bugbears or other goblins, and he's there. We give him a knife, we give him some clothes.
He's murking.
He's doing some good rolls. Well done, Jake.
Yeah.
And then we sneak him into town because we want to sleep before we go and attack the big castle. So we sneak him into town, we put makeup on him, we dress him up and pretend to tell everyone he's my brother.
Little Droop, yeah.
And he doesn't talk. And so we take him into town, and Glenn makes him his own custom dagger that's gold and stuff. And yeah, he really becomes part of the fam. So then we get to the goblin hideout, which is now the Jade Frog Squad Manor.
That's right.
And it's obviously infiltrated with goblins, and we tell him we need him to be the bestest boy. Go into that house, convince him that he's free and he's safe, and just, get the doors open so we can follow and sneak in. And we'll just, start chaos, and we'll start fighting. That's the extent, ladies and gentlemen, of how much we plan.
Yeah.
You open that door and we'll kill him. So I went in, and this is the reason why I never ever use Thunderwave anymore. I went in, looked left, saw a room of loads of goblins, didn't think, where's Droop? And I just Thunderwaved, did my Channel of Divinity, did max damage, killed them all, and Jake horribly and slowly described as they all blasted into the walls, shattered the doors, that in the centre of the room, stabbed with objects through him, was the Droop, looking at me with glassy eyes.
Little Droop was gone. You killed him.
I might cry.
Okay.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
man.
genuinely hate talking about this.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it generally upset me because I just didn't think to go into. He wouldn't be in the. Why would he be in the first room? Why would he be there? Oh, calm. It's fine.
It's fine. So yeah, we often bring up Droop and the misfortunate happenings.
But
And
it's okay because I made it
ended.
okay.
You
'cause
buried him.
I buried him. I made a prayer. I've done so many things. When I get to 20th level and I have true resurrection, that bitch is coming back.
He's coming
You
back.
better. That's
He's
my
coming back.
end goal.
Yeah. And in the meantime, we have the robot that I bought.
No.
And I called him Droop.
I hate you. It was such a compassion. I truly hate you.
You were so unhappy about that. And you're like, I want to change your name. And it was like, nope, only the master can do stuff like that.
So yeah, we completed, in the completion of saving the princess that we did save in my hometown, he gave us lots of money, and you decided to spend all of our money on buying
Not all of it, some of it. Only 7,000 gold.
all of our money.
It wasn't all of it. It was
He
money
gave
well
us
spent.
10 grand, and you spent 7 of it.
Yeah, is that all of it?
70% of it.
Which is not 100%.
Right then.
So I bought a
Maths.
sex robot and I called it Droop.
Yeah.
And he fights with us.
And he does, but he only calls you master.
Yeah,
And
'cause
all
I bought
Glenn
him.
wants to do is have him bath him.
Yeah.
And I want to change his name, but no, he won't
No,
let
you're not
me
allowed.
change. I'm not allowed.
Yeah, and his commands for starting up let him rip from Beyblade.
Yep.
And for shutting down is slop him
slap him
up.
up.
Slap him up.
Slap
So
him up.
yeah, that's Droop.
That's
Mark
Droop,
II.
Mark II Droop, who can't die because he's a very expensive aluminium robot. I hope he's not aluminium. Jesus.
No, I paid good money for him. He's
He
not made
should
of
be
that.
some sort of
I
fancy metal.
I heckled with that. I bartered with that guy for ages
Yeah,
to
you
get a good
did.
price.
You
I
did.
used all of my persuading skills.
You did, and you did a great job. But I just can never forgive you.
No, that's fine.
But
well,
Droop-
when you're level 20 and you can get Droop, the real Droop back, then you can forgive me.
Yeah, I'm gonna make him the king of the world.
Exactly, and then robot Droop and that Droop will meet, and he can like sit on the shoulders of the robot, and
We can turn him into a mecha goblin.
yeah,
Mecha goblin.
that sounds a bit evil.
Oh, well, I'm evil now. Anything for Droop. If Droop wants it, he's got it.
Anything for Droop.
Anything for Droop. So, Jake even did this story years ago when it happened. I'm still not over it. He put it on Reddit, so there is a Reddit thing out there telling the detailed story from obviously the DM's perspective, so the true version, not me, my misguided, clouded version of it. And it got a lot
Shaded
of
memories.
likes. But yeah, I would love to hear anyone else's stories of magical Droop if he affected
Yeah.
anyone else's life as much as he's affected mine.
It's been a running thing of whenever like Gemma might do something wrong, it's like, oh, don't kill him like you did with Droop.
I just can't use that Thunderwave.
Have you never used it
I've
since?
not used Thunderwave since.
Is Thunderwave pretty good?
It's,
Is that the one in Baldur's Gate where
It's,
like
it's
the
a cone
Yeah,
of
yeah.
thunder damage. It does the exact same damage as Shatter, but it's a cone in front of you where
Yeah.
Shatter you can place anywhere, and it's a 10-foot.
Shatter's better.
Well, it is, but unless I use
People are
Thunderwave
up
a
in your
lot
shit.
in Baldur's, that's okay to use it in Baldur's Gate because
Mm.
I'm a drow in Baldur's Gate, so I'm not a gnome cleric, so it's
Fair.
fine.
Fair enough.
But
Big sad.
it is a big sad.
Okay, well I will do.
What's yours big sad?
My big sad is when you died.
Oh,
When you proper
actually
died.
died. That was pretty. I did cry again.
But this was before I actually started taking notes, so I can't really recollect this because I have the memory of ass.
Gotcha.
But I believe
I
we
remember
were.
what Glenn did vividly.
Well, you can recall that a bit because I can't really remember. All I remember was we were in a cave.
Yep.
We'd just done the big fight. We'd sorted something out.
were
The
leaving.
cave collapsed. And we killed a dwarf.
We did kill a dwarf.
We took the Jade Frog.
Yeah.
Was that from there?
And that's our origin story.
Yeah, for our group and for this
Mm-hmm.
podcast. And on the way back, we decided let's just take the different way back.
Yeah, because we want to make sure we 100% this map.
we were
It's
going in a
classic.
circle, and we was like, let's take the other way back, and
Just
we
make
ran into some slimes. We
It's-
ran
it
into some
was-
slime and
It
had a
was
bad time.
slimes and was there an undead? I feel like there was an undead.
I feel
'cause
like
I'm
it was
pretty-
slimes first. We had a bad time, and
Yeah,
then
and then we all
something else.
had pretty much. So yeah, we did slimes, had a very bad time, and you had to basically use whatever we had left. And I'm
wasn't
pretty
much.
like the main comment I remember, as Jake always makes, is I can't because he obviously then when I died, he's like I can't have you end. Because he was going to end the book after we'd done that mission, and
Yeah.
then we were going to do a whole new campaign after this. So my death is the only reason we're still playing these characters, really.
Oh really?
Well, kind of, because so Jake said once we'd finished that bit, he wasn't going to do the book anymore, and he wanted to start fresh.
No way.
But because we then did a mini arc to resurrect me, he was like, "Well, might as well carry on with these guys. They put this much effort into resurrecting
for sure, I loved it.
me."
I can't remember how you died. I remember
So
doing my
he-
spider walk thing onto the ceiling and then
Ceiling, but-
falling off and dying. Or getting knocked unconscious at
Getting
least.
knocked unconscious. That was so that was with the wolf. So you did the big boss, and where you had your amazing one-on-one fight with a wolf for like 7 rounds of just you and a wolf missing each other consistently.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And then after that we were leaving, and there was some slimes we missed. So we dealt with them, and I'm pretty sure there was like some zombie type or undead, because that's the comment Jake makes. He's very much like, I can't have a cleric die to an undead as her final death. So yeah, I was fighting this undead, and it just hit me. It critted. It obviously didn't need to do much. It was just enough to just kill me outright. And because you guys weren't near, because you were unconscious and Glenn was fighting something else.
That's right.
It's not smart enough, so it just would keep hitting me.
Yeah.
So it just
beat you to death.
It just beat me to death.
To mega death.
Yeah, so it made me fail on my death saves because I rolled a nat 1.
Yeah, that was it. Everything just went wrong.
Yeah, so I rolled a nat 1, so I had lost 2 death saves, and Jake's like, I'm going to roll a d20. I'm pretty sure he said, I'm going to roll a d20 to see what this stupid thing would do. And this stupid thing would just hit you, because he rolled really, I think Jake gave it a really low, like high DC for it to then not hit me sort of thing. And it just hit me, and that killed me. You were unconscious, and Glenn didn't know what to do, but Glenn knew we had a resurrection scroll, but because he's a barbarian and he was like, well, I'm not smart, I don't know magic, he decided to get the scroll out of my bag and hit me over the head with it. But Jake then was like, roll a strength check, because how hard are you hitting her with it? He's like, I'm going to hit her so hard because I want her back so badly. And he just ripped the Revivify scroll over my dead body, thinking that would release the magic. Because that's how it works.
Yeah.
Magic.
Yeah.
And instead, I think he kicked you awake. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or he carried me
And we had
out.
an emotional time of like, she's dead. She's
dead.
Like, can't.
And we ran all the way to Halia. Not Halia. Fucking
Sister Gorel.
Sister Gorel.
To get some advice on
Yeah,
how
we
to
went
bring
to
her
Sister
back.
Gorel, and she was like, I can keep her stable
Yeah.
for 10 days. And yeah.
And then,
we
me and
on an
Glenn went
adventure
on a
boat.
mission. You made a new character.
I made Kiva.
Kova.
Sorry. I'm getting my own characters' names wrong now.
Me and Liam
I
hated
made
her.
Kova. Yeah, she was great. She was an orphan rogue. Well, she's
Yeah.
a sorcerer.
Yeah,
but
that's
I
it.
basically made her like a rogue with
Stole
magic.
from us. Yeah.
And I did. Her entire thing was just like, I'm going to be a dick, much of a dick as I can, because I'm playing such a happy character. I want to play a dick.
Yeah, and you did. It was great. And we went on a massive adventure. We
Went
did all the
into a
things we had to
mountain.
do that Sister Grell told us to go and do.
Stole an evil book.
Yeah, went and had an encounter with this guy in an evil dimension. Came back, did what we had to do, resurrected you, which ends my final sad moment. And Sister Gorel got fucking just whipped out of dimension,
world.
And brought you back with your.
Yeah, it was like, what was it? A thingy. Sacrifice for sacrifice. That was what it was, wasn't it? You had to sacrifice that life to bring my life back.
Yeah, you came back with your little white bit of
and
hair.
then because my character is all blonde with a little bob and pigtails.
Oh yeah, that was it. You had black hair.
And then they added a black streak to my hair to show that I had died. And this guy evil dude in a book who resurrected that you guys grabbed that Halia. I want to keep calling Halia. Gorel told you to get. Was an evil dude and is now talking to me in my head consistently, and Jake had a wonderful time fucking up my character with him since.
He's now our big arch nemesis. Probably
he is pretty much the big bad that we are trying to kill, and we will, unless somehow he's like, oh, I'm misguided and so grey.
No.
Doubtful.
We're gonna kill his ass.
We're gonna kill his ass for fucking
A Draxil.
Evil slime.
He took Sister Grell from us, but we saw her again recently, which was incredible. But yeah. So
too many good times.
Honourable
5 years.
moments, if you just little tiny quick
I've
little
brought
bits.
up the one-on-one fight with you with the wolf. I've just brought it up just then, but yeah, that is honourable mention.
Just
for
missing
sure.
each other.
And then the other one that you've done is, because I keep bringing her up, Halia. You're amazing when there's the for when you're in Fandolin, you've got the mayor and it's running for Halia, or we convinced Sildar to run for mayor, and I believe there's some other candidates, but fuck them. And we really wanted Sildar, and we did everything. We like petitioned for him, we made posters, and you even got into the tavern and sung the best song I've ever heard.
I sung a song that I wrote.
legit
Oh, I wrote it as well.
And you performed it in front of us on the knee.
Yeah.
And it was just, Harley is a bitch. Harley is horrible. No one supports Harley. She does things for free.
I can't remember that song, but it was good.
It was naughty. It was raunchy. It was great. We all sang along. We cheered on the table with you.
Yeah.
That's a massive highlight as well.
Yeah. Well, yeah, one of mine is wanting to flay her, old Halia, because one night I was just way too drunk. I went and saw the wrong person.
You wanted to go and try and rizz up Sister Garel.
Oh yeah, and I went and saw Halia instead.
And you bites and went on the wrong door and was shouting, Sister Garel, Sister Garel. And then you found out it was Halia and you're like, fuck, well, I'm going to flail you.
And yeah. And then I went and wrote that song about it and sung it. It didn't even matter because we'd missed like the voting or some sort of deadline.
Yeah, something happened.
We were doing other stuff, and she ended up
important.
being. Yeah, I've got Glenn jumping out of that tower and crushing the wizard. I've got any interaction with Gartok to make you guys literally annoyed. It's just an NPC that I love hanging out with, that Jake does this really stupid voice with, like kind of like this. And yeah, you and Liam hate him so much, and I just love him, and we go on adventures.
Yeah, he's just a sewer rat. Literally is a sewer rat. He comes out, we'll be walking around the city, this is in your hometown.
Yeah.
In Arthgrim, and he'll just pop out of bins and just be like, hey, how you doing? How's your day?
Yeah, he is.
How you do be? And we're just like, no, go away.
And I'm like, oh, Gartok, yeah, let's go.
We just leave you two to party and cause
That's right.
mischief.
Absolute mischief. And then the last one quickly I've got is, Jake made my town as well, my hometown, called Arthgrim, which is basically like Amsterdam, but worse.
Amazing.
And there was a character in there called Lorraine, and I went and saw her. She was like high up in her district, like a kind of head of crime in her district. Yeah. And I go to her to talk about some stuff. I've got one of her keys to a door.
Oh my god, yes.
I lied to her about it, and then she's like, fine, we'll go and search your home for it anyway, who cares? And run out of the house, persuade some dude who's got a horse. I'm like, perception check. Is there anyone with a horse around? Yes, okay, cool. Go and intimidate the guy by shouting horrendous things, like I was going to rape him and his horse or something.
Yes.
I was going to, yeah. And then just like, give me your horse or I'm going to rape you to death or something. Ride the horse back, get back before they did, and then I throw the key into the river.
Oh my goodness.
I love that bit. That bit was so much fun. And then they killed the guy who made me pancakes in them as well.
Oh, that was sad. Okay.
That was a little.
That
was a mini sad.
You kept that quite to yourself as well. We didn't find out for a bit.
No. No one needs to know about that.
Okay. Quick highlight again in Arthgrim, where my character was having a great time. I'd gone, oh guys, because we normally end sessions with like us getting drunk in taverns, as you classically do, because we like getting fucked up. My character was like, hey guys, it's been some really intense times. I'm gonna go have an early night and have a bath, wash my armor. You guys were like, let's go gambling, let's go to the casino and all this jazz. And you went and I can't fully remember because obviously I wasn't there for it.
We got
but like,
shit face.
You got really shit faced, and then just cultists, these weird cultist people just appeared, and you decimated them, but you were very...
Just about, because we were just disadvantaged to shit.
Because you were drunk. And I love doing drunk... Oh, that's reminding me. Drunk fights. Okay, really early on. Sorry, this will be my last one.
It's fine.
Do you remember when... I'm pretty sure we... Wasn't it I stood on Glenn's shoulders in a cloak once? Because obviously I'm really short. And we stood in a cloak and we tried to convince... I can't remember. We were in some sort of cave, some sort of thing. Convince these room full of drunk people that we were allowed to be there because of who we were. And they, by accident, tried to grab me to pull me close, and instead just grabbed Glenn's beard. And he was just there like... and just started raging and just came out from underneath the cloak and was like, I'm gonna kill you all for touching my beard.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do lots of fights happen from Liam raging because he has a short temper.
Yeah. If anyone annoys me as well, then I do some horrendous shit to them.
Yeah, my character has learnt, because she's still a very happy girl character, but now she just lets it happen.
I mean,
I'm not being part of it.
We do nice stuff to help you doing your nice stuff as well.
Oh yeah. you saved some people with me and healed people with me. But Talis has learned that she can't stop them.
Yeah.
She can't convince you, so she can do her best by just
That's right.
making sure no one else who doesn't need to get involved doesn't get involved, and she won't watch, and then it doesn't happen.
Exactly. Oh yeah, one last thing. When I got Glenn to jump up and down on the boat with his super jumpy boots.
That's what he's known for with his
and that's
big,
the only
big
time
boots.
I've really only seen him Glenn get like
Giddy.
silly and just having a good time. Well, no, when he's forging, he loves forging as well.
But yeah, he has the boots of springing and spriding, and he loves just jumping up and down.
He does.
20 feet in the air.
So we were entertaining everyone on the boat. It's like, God, jump again, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got one last moment. What?
Oh no.
Oh, have you got no one?
No, I've got
Okay.
no. I'm good. I'm good.
Sorry.
I was like, oh no.
I was like, there's one like after the sad moment, we'd have one last favorite moment to make it all happy again. But I guess I'll just end with because you are involved in this.
Okay, then that's fine.
So
with me.
it's perfect, I think.
I'm happy.
So the last bit, my third and final favorite moment, including Dimension Door once again, is the battle for Arthgrim. Mm-hmm. When we go back to try and take the town from an evil bastard vampire, my hometown.
Yep.
And we've reconvened with Lorraine. I found the key again from the river. Turns out they had a gnome cannon, like a laser cannon, in a warehouse.
From my hometown?
Yeah. So yeah, I made
that
this.
was an awful time. Me trying to figure out how this works.
Oh yeah, I made a loose plan, and we pulled
worked.
it off.
You did. You
Basically,
smart.
Harik, it was amazing. For this battle, we got everyone that we'd ever helped in our campaign so far
much
to
traveling.
come and then get us. Harik was there, the giants were there. We had all the people from Farron come and help us as well. It was amazing. And yeah, Gartok and all them lot who were part of some demon killing group.
We had all the stone giants.
It was incredible. And so yeah, I'm like, Harik, you who's a centaur and now the leader of the centaur tribe, you have to go and distract
this big giant demonic creature.
Because they told us there was two horrific creatures. We killed one of them, and then the other one was bigger, badder, and just
more
horrendous.
evil.
So it's like, you have to go and lure this horrible creature to the side of the river.
To me again, being
No, not to you. To one side of the river, across from where the battle was happening. And I would come, and I said, look, you're going to go and get on this cannon and figure out how to make it work. So we have this
rolling
whole episode,
nat ones in a corner.
whole episode of you trying to, figure out how to make it work.
Move!
Even move the fucking thing into position on the other side of the river to shoot the bastard.
A whole fucking night.
And throughout, I'm like, it's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. You got to trust me. I have a good plan. And sure enough, I think I swim over to you or something like that, and we see Harik come along in the riverbank and with the creature there, and you're like, no, and you have to roll to shoot the cannon.
It. And I did roll.
Yeah, it was like a 50-50, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You rolled to make it shoot the fucking laser, which was incredible.
Yeah, Jake described it so beautifully.
He did. He absolutely nailed it. We basically just tore this motherfucker a new one.
All the way through, but also destroyed the buildings behind him.
Just lasered it in half, and all the buildings behind it was so good. It was so good. And then the other roll you had to do was to see whether the cannon would explode or not.
Yeah.
And
it was not stable.
It was not stable.
So as soon as it shot and it fired, we're like, cool, turn it off. And it was like, it's not turning off. It's not turning off. So I had to try and turn it to not attack the rest of the city. And then I was just like, it's getting hot. It's getting hot. So I had to shout at all the other people that were around me to fucking book it.
Yeah.
And you came over, because I couldn't get off it, because I had to be strapped in it. So I was like strapping myself, trying to get out. Like, oh no, this is it. This is how I'm going down.
This is how I die.
And then you were like, no. So you started swimming to me, and you grabbed me, and you dimension door us out as we watched it explode.
Yeah.
And that was pretty magical.
We just got out, and it was so good. And there's nothing like making a plan and having it come through
and actually work.
Yeah, and I was so hyped after that. And then we went and kicked that vampire's ass, and it was fucking awesome.
Oh, because we were potion. Oh, we could go on for ages. We had the potion of flying, And yeah, Glenn saved me because I was out there with the potion of flying that just stopped working.
As
And
you
Glenn was
dropped.
like, "No!"
It was
It's always just me,
beautiful.
just being saved consistently.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys, for
And we
keeping me
saved the
alive.
day. We saved
We
the
did.
day.
Like the
Everyone survived. No casualties.
Because we are the Jade Frog Squad,
That's right.
and we are the heroes
We're here to stay.
of Ferelden.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Like I slipped it in there. I said Ferelden, which is totally Dragon Age and not Phandalin.
Well, that's good enough for me. You know me, I don't care about lore. I
Yeah,
just care
so-
about having a good time.
And we always have a good time.
That's right. And I hope you've enjoyed listening to some of our good times and a little bit of bad times
Yeah,
as well.
and you need to tell us and share us your favourite D&D moments, and if you want to hear about all the other games we're in.
Yeah, exactly. We've got tons. We've got tons of them. But yes, we're a bit longer episode this time, but I hope you've enjoyed it.
I'm sure
I've
you have.
loved it.
And I love you.
Oh,
Oh!
yeah.
Sorry.
Gay.
Never mind.
No,
I love,
I love
you
you
lot.
too. It's
Yes!
been beautiful.
I win.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Peace out.
Alright, you sorry lot. Drink up, we're closing.